Hello everyone, this is Oblivion and welcome back to another episode of Liminal Industries. So in the last episode we set up the phenolic resin, but in this episode, before I go ahead and do the sawmill for the sawdust, I really want to do the redstone brewing. So in another world I fiddled around with trying to figure out the best way to do this. You put one spore in and you get two out. And what I found is that the cheapest option is actually using vanilla rails. So if we have some hopper minecart unloaders here, and then we do some rails, putting them in the kegs, it'll be pretty good. I think from testing I only did about 15 barrels in a row. I don't want to do too many because as far as I understand it's something like 20 or 30 blocks that the minecart needs to go on, and I think there's a chance that it runs out of power, runs out of steam before it gets to the end. So we're going to start off with 15 and we'll think about maybe expanding it further. Plus it's 3 wide tileable, so these two rows is going to be redstone, and then we'll probably have one for slime and one for glowstone. So that's going to be the strategy. So to start off with, if I get some rails, like so. I believe this one's meant to be a powered rail. Actually, do I have gold on me? I do have gold on me. Powered rails. Yep. So we need probably about that much. That'll do. And then we also need some hoppers. Do I have enough wood? I might do. So we need... Nope. It's strange that you can make trap chests with regular chests. Looks like we need some more wood, so we'll run over to the bamboo farm. There's no wood in here. We just grab a row of this and then we chuck that in there, like so. And then we should be able to make more chests. Very nice. And I should have some iron in here. And then we just grab a bunch of hoppers. Very nice. And then we'll have a hopper minecart. We also need some comparators. So if I make some of these, we don't want to use all of our redstone just yet. So need 2 of these for now. And we are almost out of redstone. Let's grab our flux tooth spores. We also need some buckets of water. There we go. Now let's come over here and start setting it up. Actually, I almost forgot. We also need that heating element block. We'll need to craft 2 more. So heating cask, if I go into my backpack, press R, we are missing treated wood planks. So to get those, we chuck the iron away, we grab some more bamboo. Let's do spread. Yep. Very nice. And then we want some bamboo planks, and we also want some creosote, which I think we're pumping all of it into this. So I might want to temporarily disable this. So we have the charcoal, but we don't have any, wonder how fast is this compared to, yeah, for some reason charcoal is significantly faster. And I thought about between episodes we'll have a coke oven above, just for the bamboo planks to charcoal, and then we'll have one below for coal coke, and then we can feed both of them into this. So we're going to get a bucket of creosote oil, go into our backpack, and then press R on this guy, do this, and we need 1, 2, and we need some trapdoors. So if I do this, and then this, there's one, and then if I get another bucket, where did my bucket go? There it is. Grab another bucket here, and then we can do some more of this, and then we can do one more of this. So now we have all 3 heating casks that we need. I think we're not going to have enough kegs, but we can fix that later. So what we need to do is we need pipes. Come on. So I believe this is meant to be 15 long. So how many do we have now? So I think we're going to do heating cask here. Come on, heating cask there. 1, 2, heating cask here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and heating cask here. And then that'll be the last 2. And then I think we need a gap before we do stepping up. And then when we do step up with the rail, then we need a flat one to bounce back. And then this one needs to be upwards. And then this also needs to be a slab, like so. And then we can do this. And I think that's how we should be doing it. So powered rail, powered rail, powered rail up here. And then all of these on top is going to be powered rails. So temporarily we can put some blocks there. We can also put some blocks here. Then we can do this. Very nice. And then we can do rail over to here. And then we want to drop down right there. Very nice. And then we can use some levers. One right there. Does this one power the one below? It does. And then we can do one right here. And probably one right. Let's do it right here. Where did my lever go? There it is. Okay, very nice. And then right in the middle here, we want to do the infinite water source. We might want to go lower because we want to be able to power pump. So if I do it here, then we can do water and water. And then if I grab a cog, we can do this, like so. And then what we can do is we can grab some cogs over to here, and then we can get a gearbox. Gearbox. Very nice. And then we can grab a bunch of shafts. We can do this. And then come out all the way over here. However, we might want to do it at the other level. So if we do this, oops, like that, and then we do this. Okay. Very nice. And then we might as well do a chain conveyor to this point. So if I go another gearbox, do I have any? I don't have any. I can make some more of these, and then one more of this, and then we have the chain conveyors, and we have the chain. So if I do this and hit the front of it, put that there, put these down, like so. And then, does this reach? I'm gonna bet that it doesn't. Yep, too long. And then we can put one like, I don't know, here. Okay, there we go. And then our pump over here should be running. unfortunately. um, Actually, that's fine. And then we do this and that. Very cool. Now all of these have water in them. Very nice. And then these are going to be regular rails. This needs to be stone brick, and then this needs to be that. Ah, interesting. Let's remove this like so. There we go. Okay, so now it'll go along the bottom and then drop off one into each of the top. And then we do a hopper into here. And then we do a redstone comparator. We do this guy, and then we do a redstone dust right here. And then I put that there. And then we need a minecart. So one minecart, a hopper minecart, and then if I put this in, it should already start working. There we go. And then the rest of them will get deposited here. And then this will always make sure that it takes 2 from the bottom and puts 1 in the top, and that's it. So we've basically already automated redstone, which was pretty easy. We do want to add some more casks at some point, but I wonder, is that enough? Do we have enough redstone already? I think at this point we could probably... Yep, we can probably put these in the bulk blaster, and then we can start working on the sawmill. So we put that in there. Actually, let's double check that these can be blasted. Yes, they can. Okay. Because sometimes you blast something that can't actually be blasted and it just deletes it. Alright. Once we get this redstone, then we can make more electron tubes, which is required for the heavy machine frames, which is then required for the sawmill. That's right. So, how much does this actually require? 1 bucket, and 1 bucket is how many? 4. So 9 by 4 is 36, is that right? Yeah. Do I want all 9? Let's just start with what is that? 5. Start with 5. Then we can put all of this stuff away. Between episodes I might double it up so that we have twice as much redstone being produced. But it's not that interesting crafting more kegs. Now, what's next? We need the sawmill. So, no. If I go into... which backpack? This backpack? And then I look at this, and then I go heavy machinery, sawmill, pause. So it requires 2 of the heavy blocks. Actually, can't I just go into here? Go look at fiberboard, go look at this. Click on the immersive engineering one, and then take a screenshot of this guy. That is not what I wanted to do. Did I do it right? There we go. So if I look over to the side, where is it? So we need 6 light engineering blocks. light. Engineering. So we need electronic circuits. I think we are basically out of nether quartz. So I have these guys. I have 4 nether quartz left. And I'm pretty sure I need more of the basic circuits. What can I do to craft these? I can wash soul sand. So at some point we'll do a soul sand washing setup for our quartz. Maybe I could haunt it right now, or it's probably just easier going to the nether. Let's grab these two. Put that in there, and then let's grab our treated wood slabs. We also need some more treated wood, it seems. We have some planks, but I believe we need to go over to this guy. Very nice. 2 of these buckets. Grab this and this, and then do this. Very nice. And then we chuck this on there. And then while that's going, we can go down to the nether. Have a snack. And then pick up all this. There we go. Don't need that. And then we come over here, we chuck that in there. We should have, I see. There we go. Oh. That's confusing. I thought I put the, did I do it the wrong way around? I think I did. I'm gonna guess that wire is actually first. I mean, let me chuck it on that one. Not that one. That one. Yep, seems that wire is actually meant to be the first one. Let's go put a bunch of this in there. We have electronic circuits. Engineering block. So we have these guys, which is, if I put this way, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can grab those. Where are my fluorescent tubes? There they are. And some pipes. So which one goes last? Sulfuse. Interesting. Put some stuff away. Don't need these. There we go. So first one is this guy, second one is this guy, third one is this guy. And then we need, how many do we need? We need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chuck that there. And then we need 2 of the other ones. So the other ones are... This goes in the middle. This one goes first and that one goes there. And then since we have 4, we might as well make 4. Where's my steel? Steel. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 too far. There we go. Very nice. So now we have these guys. We need belts. Conveyor belts. Do we have any leather around? Leather. Leather. Very nice. Then we have conveyor. Goes here. Very nice. Nope, that's not the backpack I want to put it in. And then we need more sheet. 22 lots? No, just 1 lot. Redstone block. That one. Steel scaffolding I need 8 of. Where's my steel? E for backpack. There it is. Recipe. There we go. And then I think we have everything. We do. Very nice. Are we running this guy? We probably should be. So let's chuck all of my coke in there and then all my iron. I should be upgrading it to the next tier, but I have been busy with other stuff. Let's put away the ones that we don't need. So we only need that, we need this, we need that. I think that's all of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. And then we can put this away, we can put that away. Cool. Now, where do I want to put the sawmill? Do I put the sawmill here, or do I put the sawmill in front? I think I put the sawmill here. Do we put... Yeah, we'll do a 3 wide gap again. So if I go down 1 level, where is the front of it? I'm going to guess the front of it is on this side. Yes. So let's do 1, 2, 3. And then heavy like that. Then we have 3 here. And we have 3 here. Next level. We have 1 there, 3 more here. Oops. That guy there, this guy here, and conveyor belts like this. That is not facing the right way. There we go. And where do I hit? I hit the middle block here. Cool. We now have a sawmill. I'm going to guess that the input is on this side and the output is on that side, which makes sense. Let's do... I wonder, can it just insert and take from barrels like that? Sawdust. Okay, I'm gonna guess that I need to get the blocks of bamboo. That's interesting. Does it do 2 at a time? 2 processes? Bamboo. Sawdust. I am very curious how this belting stuff works. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. What does the manual say? Which is collected and output through the port at the front of the machine. The machine is built as on the first thing, applying a redstone signal, trying to move the saw blade to be... Alright. Craft a saw blade, insert it into the slot on the back by right-clicking. Ah, you need to craft a saw blade. What? Surely I don't need that. Go back. Running logs through this machine without a saw blade will create stripped logs that will not be cut apart. This process is much quicker than stripping them manually. The saw blade will be damaged while it's in use and may need to be replaced after a while. Saw blade. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I need steel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turned into plates. And then I want to chuck these guys into there. Nope. There we go. Grab these guys. Craft the saw blade. Very nice. It says on the back. There we go. And then let's go get some more power by doing this and this. Where's my relays? Relays. Do I have more coils? B for backpack. I was just looking at copper coils, so let's go LV connector. Where is it? It goes there. We are almost done for the episode. We'll be done when we get the fiber board. We put this in our backpack, we craft some more of this guy. Alright, we're back. The game keeps crashing on me and it's really annoying. So let's go over to here. Let's go over to here. And let's go over to here. So now we have a sawmill running. It's very loud. Let's go options, music and sounds. I'm gonna guess that it is blocks. Yes, it's blocks. Okay, music and sounds. Let's go with like 10%. Did I get any? I do have bamboo. Okay, there we go. Can I just chuck that on there? I can. Okay, nice. That goes in there. Okay, so... I don't know the best way to do this. Maybe we could use a hopper. Like that. And then pick this up. And then chuck that in there. Does that work? Yes, it does. Very nice. And then we can put a barrel here. Awesome. Now we have sawdust, and that should be fiberboard. Awesome. Quest complete. Chapter 4, I think. Oh, no reward. I wanted a little party popper. Anyways, I think that also means that we can do this one. Like that. Which means that we also get this. We can't... Not going to do that quite yet. Steel and lead plate. We could do it pretty quickly. Does it give us a prize or anything? No. Anyways, I think that's going to be the end of the episode, but first we want to check how much redstone did we get. 6? That's not much. Seems like some of these kegs didn't get their items back, which is no good. Let's do this, this, and this, and I'm going to guess that there's going to be a few barrels down this end that have too much. Yep, figures. So why is that? Is it because this isn't working? I'm not actually sure. I'll have to debug that between episodes and I'll give you an answer. But we do have at least some brewing going. So we brewed, what, about a stack across the episode, which is pretty good. We'll have to tweak it, I guess, next time. It seems that they are out of sync. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.